guys, welcome back to another video of Explore with Ava. Explore with I'm this excited because guys, we are sitting at 181 subscribers. The last time I filmed the video, it was about 137 of us, and that was last week. And all of a sudden, 50 more people added on. 50 people is like a Greyhound bus, guys. So we can now actually fill 3 buses. How many buses? Wait, Greyhound takes 55. So 100. Oh yeah, we can fill 3 buses. We fill 3 buses, we get on the road and we go. But welcome to the channel. But since you are here and we're already like friends, you can just call me Abo. And that's it. So bye. That's all I wanted to say. So guys, today is my daughter's birthday. I'm filming this video in the night. I'm sure, but you can tell by how the lightning is. I'm filming in the night. It's my daughter's birthday. I've been going through all the feels and the chills today. So I was thinking today mostly about the day I gave birth to Usimanye, okay? And every time I think about this day, I always like, oh my gosh, how did I get away? How did I survive that? Who could have thought that 3 years later I'll be sitting here smiling and all jolly? It takes me back. It really takes me back. So I'm gonna be telling you guys about that. And no, the title is not wrong. I was in labor for 3 full days. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you about that. So first of all, I was told that my estimated due date is the 25th of July. Okay, so I was very chilled. I booked for a maternity photo shoot on a daddy's birthday, which was on the 4th. So on Kwako's birthday, we wanted to go for a maternity photo shoot, and it was going to be on a Monday. On Sunday, I went to town. Sunday the 3rd, I went to town. I just went to I don't even remember what I was doing. But then when I was in town, I felt like I had some cramps. But I was like, this cannot be correct. I probably need just to sit down. So I went back home and I was like, so maybe that is what is causing it. When I got home, it was around 6. No, I got home early, but around 6, I didn't come home at 6. Around 6 p.m., I started feeling more cramps, like contractions and stuff. I was like, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't like a lot, but I just felt like there was something happening. Okay, there was just some discomfort. So I was at home with my sister, and I was like, okay, I called Kwakwe and I tell him, nigga, this is what is happening. And then he was like, oh, do you think you can sleep? Because he was away. I was like, do you think you can sleep, or you need to go to the hospital right now? Listen to this. Gamonyankis right here does not have a medical aid, and I am not in my mother's medical aid by any chance. So that meant that I was going to the public hospital. Never mind. So I was like, let me chill and see what happens. And he was like, okay, no, I'm coming over. I'm going to come over, and then we can chill together and see what happens. So Kweku came over and we chilled. And I slept well. I think I just woke up some couple of times in the night to go pee. And when I woke up in the morning, I was still feeling some cracks, and some cramps. And my mom did say the previous day that don't mind it. And I had never had that. And like, I've never had the feeling. So I was like, okay, now maybe but then when I wake up Monday the 4th and I still have the pains, I was like, no, this means that we need to go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital. And when we got there, we went there in the morning. When we got there, it was around, like, when we got helped, like when we got attended to, because you get there and you queue. You guys know this. So when we got attended to, it was past 9 in the morning, and the lady who attended me was the nurse. She was, yes, she said, I'm gonna take you after 6 hours, so you can go walk around or do whatever you want to do, but after 6 hours come back so that I can check upon you again and see if you are in labor or not, because she couldn't tell if I was in labor or I wasn't. So I left and we didn't go away. So if you know Mthatha General, you know that there's a small complex outside of it. So we went to Paranotis because I was feeling like I was hungry. Like the only thing that was filling up now was just the stomach cramps. So like it was like period pains. If you know period pains, if you don't know, then. So we went to Paranotis and then as we were sitting there, I wanted to pee again. I went to pee and then there was like drops of blood and I was like, okay, no, now shit is coming. Stuff is, and still the pains, like the cramps were not bad. I was not getting any contractions, like bad contractions that I couldn't handle. So we went back to the hospital. We did not wait for 6 hours. And we told them, listen, this is what is happening. And then they were like, okay, we are admitting you. And you're going to have to wait to see a doctor. So I was admitted and I was told to bring my hospital bag and everything. I'm going to give birth. The baby is coming. Like, oh yeah. And then I had to call the Mthatha studio people, shout out. And like, we have to cancel. So I sat there and then Coco brought my stuff. I got into my pajamas because the hospital does not have gowns and everything. But I got into my own home pajamas. It was very comfortable and I got a bed. Don't want to lie, we got the best service ever. Like I had no complaints about anything. But just the baby that was not coming out. So this is now Monday, the 4th of July. And it was like as soon as, I don't know if it's because of the labor ward and everybody that was there that was in pain and made my pain come, because it was only after I was admitted that I started feeling like strong contractions. It was not bearable, bruh. It was bad. But I would like, my contractions would not last long. It would come and then 30 minutes another one comes, 30 minutes, and then I saw some other people were like constantly all the time, like, oh my gosh, is this gonna be me? Is this gonna be me? And then they told me that I'm 3 centimeters dilating. I'm like, whoa. So I have been 3 centimeters since I got here. The next day, the Tuesday, still the same story. The whole day nothing was happening, and they kept on checking and they were like, yeah, 3 centimeters. Yeah, 3 centimeters. And we're like, what is this 3 centimeter stuff? And then there was that belt. Oh, the stomach belt. Oh, I hate the stomach belt. Guys, that thing frustrated me. Hey! So there was that thing that kept on checking the baby's heartbeat. And I was like, can we get over this shit already? And then on Wednesday, I'm still there, and the pains are like, oh my God. And mind you guys, during this whole time, I did not want to call my mom because my mom panics, okay? My mom panics, so I was like, I'm not going to call her until like there's something happening. Like, okay, I'm gonna call her when I have the baby. I'm gonna tell her what is happening when I have the baby in me. So my mom kept on calling me. It's like, oh, I don't like the dreams that I'm having. I think that uzozala kule veki noba kwenzeke kanjani so uzawubeleka kule veki because amaphapha wam athinti. And I'm like, amnyani. Yo, I wonder why. And then on Wednesday, she was calling non-stop, and I was like, I get the baby is definitely coming today. But I was still not telling her because I had the greatest support system, guys. I had the greatest support system. There was this lady, my neighbor, I was very close with at that time. And there was my sister, Unini, that I was with at home. And then there was my boyfriend, the baby daddy. And then there was his aunt, Malmega's bras. And there was his Malmega's there. And I didn't feel like alone and all this stuff. So I had a very great support system, but I was like, I don't need to freak out my mom, because if she can know that I have been in hospital since Monday, and I haven't given birth. I'm just in pain. She's gonna freak out for sure, I know. So this lady was talking to me, the nurse was talking to me, and she's like, don't you want to do a C-section? And I was like, I will do it if push comes to shove. But if you guys right now don't think I need to do a C-section, then let me not do it. Because I don't want to get into that unless I have to. And she was like, no, right now everything is still okay, so you don't need to. I'm like, okay, cool, leave me alone. So this doctor comes Wednesday morning, and then there was 5 of us who were in labor there, who weren't giving birth. But Bona, the other one had arrived on Tuesday. The other one, I got there, she was already there. Like, we had arrived separate days. So the doctor comes and induces all of us. Okay? I'm already in labor. I still don't understand what that nigga was doing. Guys, hey, I'm already in labor pains. The guy comes, gives us a pill, pushes one in there. Okay, so like, I'm not already feeling enough pain. I'm told that these pills are there to assist with the opening of the dilation. Okay, they're supposed to help with the dilation so that the baby can come. So he does this in the morning, and then he says, I'm telling you, by 3 o'clock you will all be holding your babies in your hands, but it's not going to be nice. The hours in between now and 3 o'clock are going to be hell, but it's for the best. We want the best, right? We want the best. So, but with me, they were quite... Oh, another thing, I was very excited because Simanya is Ghanaian, right? I mean, the boyfriend is Ghanaian. So the baby was definitely going to get... and in Ghana, they name the children according to the days that they were born. And I really love the Wednesday name for a girl. It was Akuya. And I'm like, I'm having an Akuya. I'm having an Akuya. So everybody is in like bad pains. About 11, about 10, about 11. Everybody, I look at them and I'm like, like, my pains are better. I'm not even laughing. I don't know why. This is not funny. So I watched them and I'm chilled. Quick even came and we chilled and we spoke, but I was not in bad pains. And then when the 3 o'clock came, because I was waiting for 3 o'clock and I was like on the clock checking, kept on checking, but the contractions were there, but then they were manageable. Like I could live with them. I was like, okay, the baby's coming. And then 3 o'clock comes and then it goes. And then by 3 o'clock, 3 of us have, like 3 of the girls have given birth. There's like 2 of us left. And we're like, okay, so who's gonna go next? Is it me or is it you? They have their babies and they're chilling now. And then 4, 5, and the pain start getting horrible. The things start happening, guys. It was like now the bad pains. It was bad, okay? It was bad. And I'm not a cheeky person, like I'm not cheeky, anangani, but ooh, Father God, I could not still. I did not even want to listen to anything that the nurses were telling me. And it was very cold, and they would tell me, you need to sit on the bed. You need to take off. Oh, the first thing was like, you need to take off the bottoms, because I was wearing a night dress with pajama bottoms. It's like, you need to take off the bottoms and stay with the night dress. Only I was like, bitch, please. I did not take off the night dresses, and I didn't want to stay in the... Oh, they told me to keep moving up and down, but don't sit in one place. Move up and down, move up and down. I'd move, sometimes I'd stop. When it comes, I'd get on the bed, I'd want to scream, and I still have not told my mom anything. So I called my friend who's a doctor, and I told her, what do we do now? And then she was like, can you go take a warm shower, go take a shower, or go take a bath or whatever, just get into water and take and I was like, do you want me to give birth in the water? Because that is not the plan. I did not even get myself prepared for that. Which, like, no, it will just help with the pain. but don't make the water too hot and all that stuff. I still think that was very risky, but I did it anyway. I went to do the shower and nothing happened. I came back and it was good. And then around 8, it was. And then around 8, I went to the bathroom. I felt like I wanted to pee, like I had a strong pee feeling. And then when I got there, even before I went inside the toilet, I felt the water coming out. It wasn't like as they make it in the movies that I wanted a dramatic. I felt the water coming out. It was very warm and like it was a lot. Oh, and that's when I took off the pants. I was told to take off the whole time. I took them off and I was so happy. I'm like, oh, my water break. This means that the baby is coming. They checked me, the dilation, by how much dilated I am now, and I was 6 centimeters. It was like, why don't you just let me push? I want to push the baby so that we get over and done with this. Because it was so bad, guys. I did not sleep. I don't know how I managed. But the night went on. Listen to that. Listen to that. And I kept on thinking. And they were saying that, no, it can happen anytime now. It can happen anytime. Like, at least let's wait for 8 centimeters. I'm like, what is this whole centimeter thing? Oh, and then another girl who was in the ward with us was 5 centimeters. And she gave birth. And I was like, you guys are now mocking me. Why am I not? And they were like, you are not opened up, or don't. It's like, okay, nah, this is not good. And then I wake up in the morning. Oh, the other girl gives birth around 10 in the night. And I'm sitting there thinking, is it me, Jesus? And so the morning came. And there was still no baby. The pains came up in the morning way. I was laughing to people screaming and crying, but it was me now. It was my turn. I was crying, guys, in the labor ward there. I was crying. I was screaming. There was no tears coming, but And then the doctor comes and finds me. Then he's like, but why are you still here? And he's like, let's quickly take you. I want to check why the baby is not out. And then he goes and then he puts in that stuff to check the placenta of the baby. That the inside is like an inside scan or something. I don't know how you call it, guys. And he checks that. And then his face changes. Is and then he's like, he called the other person back, can you bring that belt that I hate, the Dondon machine? I don't even know what it's called. They bring the Dondon machine, they check their heartbeat, and then he says, can you quickly prepare her, she's going to surgery. And I'm like, why did I go through so much pain if I was still gonna go to surgery? Yay! And my nails were not, I had nail polish on, so the girls are busy there. But then at least I was shaved, I was clean, because I always knew when I go to the labor ward I need to be clean and stuff, and I always keep my stuff clean. Okay? So they were checking to see, and then they were busy removing the nail polish. They were trimming my nails. At the same time they're busy inserting the cubes, and it was like, first he was like, she needs to go into theater now, she needs to be, and he's not telling me what is happening, and I'm freaking out right now. As they were doing this whole thing, I was crying and screaming. But they did not give a shit, because they knew they were tired of me because of how I was talking. And then they were just continuing with all that they were doing, and I was like, can I at least call my boyfriend? Are you gonna allow me that? And they were like, oh yeah, because they had started packing my stuff and putting them in a plastic bag. And it was like, you're gonna get these when you come back from theater. I was like, can I call somebody? Can I tell people what is happening? So I called Kwakwa. I'm like, nigga, this is what's up now. And then he freaked out. And then I called my neighbor, the one that I said I was cool with then. I called her and I told her, this is what is happening. We're still not telling mama. And she was like, I'm with you, girl. We're not telling her. So I went into theater. This is the craziest part. When you get them, once you get the epidural, and then you're supposed to not feel anything happening. I wasn't feeling anything, okay? I wasn't feeling any pain. But now here is the fucked up part. when you sleep on that bed, there's there's 3 big lights on top of you. And when those lights are off, they're like mirrors, okay? So the 2 lights were on, and then 1 light was off, and then it was like a mirror. It was a mirror, in fact. So I looked up and I could see everything they were doing. And I'm covered from here, so I cannot see. Supposedly, I was not supposed to, I'm not supposed to see. But then because of that mirror, I kept on screaming, and they were freaking out. This is in theater, and I'm crying, and they were like, what is happening? Are you feeling pain? I'm like, no. But what is happening? Why are you crying? And the doctor was worried too now. So he dropped my leg, and he was like, lift up your leg. So that is how they would know that my bottom is functional. He's like, lift up your leg. I'm like, I can't even feel the leg. He's like, okay, so though you are not in pain then. And I was like, I didn't want to tell them. I just don't know why I didn't want to tell them. Because and I wanted to, and then I would close my eyes, and then he's taking me through the whole thing. It's like, okay, now I'm opening your cervix. And then as soon as he says that, I quickly open my eyes, and then I see him doing this. Yo! And then development, and then he'd say, now we're gonna pull out the baby, and I quickly open my eyes, and then bros, no man, no, but then the baby came out. The baby, when she came out, she did not cry, and I was like, what is happening? Because the sedation hadn't fully worked on me. I wasn't like dozed off, so I was still awake, and I was like, why is the baby not crying? Give me the baby. And they were also quiet, and I was like, what is happening? Bring me the baby. And they brought the baby. It's like, the baby is here. And then as soon as they brought her to me, like to bring the face like this, she cried. She started crying. I was like, thank God. And then they cleaned her. I went out. That the second ward where we stay after giving birth is the, how do you say this without sounding rude? There was nothing nice there, bros. The treatment, the service, like deparalyzed. I'm temporarily paralyzed. I cannot lift even a finger. And this woman comes, the nurse, I'm now in the bed, and she comes and she's like, abang you. Like, it's me, James. It's like, oh, okay, I'm sleeping there. How am I gonna hold the baby? And then they come and they put the baby next to me. I can't even turn to face the baby, bras. And they put the baby right next to me. And then this thing now starts crying. I'm like, oh, sorry, baby, sorry, baby. Shh, shh, shh. I can't even turn, guys. The whole body is like paralyzed. You can't do anything. So I called this other guy who was working past. I'm like, sorry, Pooty, can you come and help me? Can you turn my body and then put the baby like into the boobie so that she can latch? And then that's what he did. He turned me, pulled the baby closer, and then the baby started latching, and she started feeding, and she just went on, and she ate and she ate and she ate. And today, that baby, beautiful baby, oh, that's what I called my mom. After the stuff, I called my mother, and I was like, Mommy, I have a baby. She's like, oh my God, I'm like, I told her the whole story. And then she stays in Mount Olive. Within 2 hours, she was there at the hospital. So you guys will understand why I did not want to tell her from the beginning. She was there, and that is my birthing story. And the baby girl is here right now messing with my makeup. The things that we go through. Come, baby. People want to wish you happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.